Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV. My name is Marcus Lapsa, and hopefully tonight we're going to have a fun evening together. What we're going to do, I'm going to do some readings, we're going to have a little bit of chat, and it's going to be no-nonsense chat, because there's a lot of nonsense talked about within the spiritual New Age movement, and I feel as if I'm quite a down-to-earth type person, and I like to get a little bit of the nonsense out of the way, and hopefully we'll get some questions, and I'm going to show you a few tricks of the trade. That's the best way to do it, tricks of the trade, to help you develop and maybe not develop, but fine-tune your own abilities, because I'm a great believer that we've all got abilities, and it's recognizing the signs, especially with spirit communication, and fine-tuning it just a little bit, and then hopefully you'll get more out of it. And please share. Let's get this out to as many people as we can, because always remember, Spiritual Psychics TV is free to everyone. So we want to share, get a lot of people in. There's fantastic programs, so many throughout the week. It's unbelievable, and it's all free. And if you are saying, oh, I was just about to say hello, Elizabeth Jones, Siddiqui, from South Wales. I was going to say, if you say, please say where you're from, so we see how far we reach. And I'm from South Wales anyway, so I'm a Nelson boy. I am, Elizabeth. And from Australia. Oh, hello. Hello, Anne. Hello, good evening. Hopefully we'll have a great night, and hope you're looking forward to the World Cup, Rugby World Cup as well. Caroline, evening, Caroline. Where are you from, Caroline? Please put where you are. Hello, Onessa. I'm looking at it because I've got two screens tonight, and I've got a big screen there, and I was squinting. Woody Weddy Blino, you're tired. Weddy Blinos are tired. Why are you tired? It's not to do with the heat. From New York. Hello, Stacy. Hello to our American friends. Yeah. Oh, South Africa. Oh, I was down in South Africa this year, in fact. Stopped over. Good evening from Eastbourne. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, I love the photo. I love the photo. Northumberland. Oh, a lovely part of the country, Northumberland, isn't it? Adrian's Wall and all that, Torquay, or what do they call Torquay, Richard? Isn't it the Costa del Torquay? Is it, and Devon? Devon and Cornwall. It's like the British Riviera or something they call it, isn't it? It's slightly different from South Wales. I'm from Bournemouth. Oh, lovely Bournemouth. Went to Bournemouth on my honeymoon. Oh, it's lovely. It was the Winter Gardens, isn't it, down there? Kent. Hello, Emma. Good evening. Good evening. And don't forget, for Illinois, hello, Melody. Lovely to see you, and welcome to our American friends. I love it when Alabama as well. Oh, I love it when our American friends come on. Skeggy. Oh, one of the best holidays I had when my daughter was in Skeggy, in Butlins in Skeggy, when my daughter was about 8. South London, hello, Millie B. Right then, so let's see, the English Riviera. Okay, thank you very much, Janine. I'll slap myself on the wrist, really, don't I? And let's have a few questions, especially if you're struggling with maybe communication. Hello, Kelly. How are Kelly? My bestie, Kelly. Kelly and I have worked together. And, so if there's any... Say again, Richard, sorry. Oh, there's Kelly. Kelly McKeaton. Sorry, Kelly McKeaton. Kelly, the Kelly knew who I meant anyway, didn't you, Kelly? Well, yeah, she would. Just wondering if you could help me with a few days. We have a again. It was my boyfriend's birthday. We were just sitting there on the couch, and all of a sudden he heard this male voice, and he was home and really loud. And I've got a very itchy nose from Cambridge. Usually with an itchy nose, I was just about to jump in with the itchy nose, but then that's a personal thing anyway. Pat paranormal activity in the house. It was my boyfriend's birthday. We were just sitting there on the couch. All of a sudden, I heard a male voice, and it was home and really loud. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. The thing is, Kelly, did you both hear it? If you both heard it, it would be what we call direct voice. But if only you heard it, it could be you were clairaudient, your clairaudient ability. Very itchy nose, that's to do with the clairsentient side of your nature. Sort of like, and then again, it's knowing the signals. It's knowing the signals. Did you know any? Because I relate an itchy nose to a friend that's in spirit, and she's fantastic medium. And in fact, Kelly, she said she was going to work with me tonight. And what you'll notice me doing throughout the night, I touch my nose a lot, and I know that that's her. And that's just a signal from her that say that she's close. But it's nothing to be frightened about. And I always say, if you both heard it, it could be direct voice. If just you heard it, it could be, although you heard it as if it was a voice, it could be your clairaudient faculty coming in. And just send out a question and just relax into it. And then if you get a little bit, worried's not the word, is because it's the adrenaline and the excitement that we get. Just say stop or step back, and they do, because you're in control. And that's what you've got to understand. You're in control. Now, talking about fine-tuning our abilities, did everybody notice that I just went like that? And all of a sudden now, by that, I know that I've got a contact, because that wasn't technically me. It was a contact coming in, and he is saying now, and notice the terminology, he is saying, so that's the clairaudient side that he's using as well. He's made me do that, and then all of a sudden he's now made me put my hand on my chest, and I know just by this fact of what he made me do that he had a really bad chest condition, and he also had lung cancer. He's telling me now that he didn't reach the age of, and he slowed me down to talk, he didn't reach the age of 69. So that automatically tells me, because I know we can count, he was 68 when he passed. So can someone take a gentleman that was 68 when he passed? He had lung cancer, but the thing was, before the lung cancer, he did have a terrible chest condition. Terrible chest condition. He's telling me that he suffered, and he would link. I'm not saying it's Sarah on tonight, but he would link with someone called Sarah this side. Oh, is that your dad? Oh, Cheryl. Okay, right, Cheryl. He's telling me, because he gave me the name Sarah. My dad had a cop. Oh, okay. Don't tell me anything more, Cheryl. Please don't tell me any more. We always say, don't feed the medium, because I'm trying to lose weight. He's now saying, he mentioned the name Sarah, so that would be someone this side, and I feel that would link into you. And what he just made me do, Cheryl, he made me open my eyes. He made me open my eyes there. So he's saying, he's indicating that you need to keep your eyes open, my girl. He said, my girl. Would he have? I feel that he would have used that terminology. Oh, that's right, my girl. Or do this, my girl. And again. And I've got a lady now also coming in, and she suffered with a stroke, took a left side, and she was a right little busy bee as well. I'm not saying that they would be linked together, but they do seem to be together. And she's making me just bounce about on my chair a little bit, and she's saying, tell her about the two birthdays in June, one in September. And the gentleman said, yeah, don't forget to tell her as well. And he made my voice go a bit deeper, and he says, don't forget to tell her Christmas time is a bit naff. A bit naff, and he used the word naff. So I'm not saying that he would use that, but meaning, you know, it's not in some parts of the family, you know, it's Christmas is a bit up and down. There's the little lady now, she's jumping, and what she's making me do, Cheryl, she's making me put my feet off the ground. Now I'm sitting on the chair, I could fit my feet fit on the ground fine, but she's making me put my feet up a bit. So this indicates to me that, all right, okay, well, yeah, and thanks for the confirmation. I'm sorry you do hate Christmas, but thanks for the confirmation. And what she's doing, she's indicating that when she was sitting on either her chair, and it was like a bit of a sofa wing chair, that her feet, if she sat back, her feet didn't touch the floor. I hope you can take that. I hope you can take the birthdays as well. You should also be able to link with, and I'm not saying it's an immediate family, but you should know someone that was £8 2.5 ounces, £8 2.5 ounces when they were born, and they've taken me to the June birthdays as well, and one of them's the 9th. It's the 9th of June. One of them's the 9th of June. Hopefully you can take that. And he's coming to say, look, keep your eyes open, my girl. Keep your eyes open, because I'll tell you now, somebody's, it's not nasty, but someone's upset you. And he's quite forceful about that. He's saying someone's upset you. You could say, oh, no, it's okay. But he's saying someone's upset you. And there's also... He's just said, try to give me a little bit more feedback, just because I need to check I'm on the right lines, Gerald, because he's just said the bleed, well, BL, couple of vowels, DY, leaking tap. There's a leaking tap, and somebody calls it the leaking tap. And it drip, and it's like Chinese torture. Oh, for goodness sake, get it done, because the washer's not going to work. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying yes to, but I'll always take a yes. Who's the karaoke singer, Cheryl? Who's the karaoke singer? Because I've got girl, what's that song? Girls Just Want to Have Fun? Somebody sings that? Cyndi Lauper, Richard just told me. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Somebody does that as a karaoke piece, and you should link with that. Okay, and I'll leave that with you, Cheryl. Okay. Can we say it? Have we got oh, your niece. Okay. Pretty, the dad's saying pretty good. What he showed me as well is dirty fingernails. He said dirty fingernails. I don't know if it was him or it was his work or whatever, but he showed me dirty working hands. He said working hands, and he says don't believe that many hands make light work. He says too many cooks spoil the broth, and that's that. And he used to use those type of sayings, and he's just made me touch my face, and he's made me do it with the front part of my fingers, but he says when he touches you, he uses the back like that, and he says you feel that, you do feel that, and he's just made me do this as well. So there's someone this side, left-hand side's got a little scar down from their lip there, and I'll leave that with you. Okay. Oh, that was a funny one. And I don't mean that in the bad way, Cheryl. It was just the way in which they come in. So anybody who's out there developing, this is what I mean by you mustn't miss the signals. From Finland, Jutta, your country is absolutely amazing. I've been once, and it was for Very special birthday for my wife, because she loves bears, and we went bear watching. It was amazing. We had to travel. We were on the Russian border. Oh, it was amazing, amazing. So, hello, Jetta. Hello, Jetta. If you get ringing in your ears, that's in your ears, that spirit around. Ooh, not necessarily. Could be tinnitus, Suzanne. Could be tinnitus. Ringing in your ears, not always spirit. It might be a signal, and then the ringing goes away. But if you're using the clairaudient side of your nature, yeah, don't just because someone said something really in the book, or this is that, so it's that. Quite often it's unique. So I know a lot of people that'll get like a little bell or a little ting ding, like that, and they go, what, and then they know that that's spirit close to them. But that's like not a ringing over the ears. You're always got to look at what's around your environment, and don't always put it down to spirit, because don't forget, we use our abilities in a psychic way as well. So, I'm not saying it's not, but quite often that could be just the start of the signal. And I'd say if you got ringing in your ears, and it is spirit, say, challenge them. Say, stop it. And then say, start it. And then say, stop it. And then say, start it. And then you'll know if it's spirit. Hope that's okay. Any more questions? I've got, my ears ring, itchy nose, repetitive numbers, white feathers, but I think I missed the message. Right. Well, Rebecca, this is an easy one. This is dead easy one. My ears ring, itchy nose, repetitive nose, white feathers. Your mind's all over the place. That's an easy one. So pull it back in. Pull it back in. White feathers. So pick up the white feather. Pick up the white feather, Rebecca, and then look at it and see where your thought patterns go, and do a reading off the feather. So then you would take in more control. The thing is, when we miss these things, and you say you missed the message, but if you don't put work into interpreting it, how are you going to get the message? It's like someone coming to you in a party, say, and say, "Oh, Rebecca, can you remember blah, blah, blah?" And you were distracted looking at the music, or doing the dancing, or getting a drink, or lighting a cigarette, whatever. You have to pull it back in. So look at, if you think there's a message there, put yourself in that slightly altered state of consciousness. It only takes 2 or 3 breaths. Just think, all right, I've got an itchy nose, right, let's see what they're sending me. You don't have to close your eyes, just sit there and see where your thought patterns take you, and then go with it, and then just calm it down a little bit. And don't worry that your mind runs all over the place. Just get a direction to it and pull it back. You might be thinking about the worrying about this, worrying about bills, this, that, and the other. Just say, righto, then reset. Just sit there. And I do this on a daily basis. Something gets to me, I start having a little whinge because I'm a happy person. I think, no, stop. Just take myself out, that's it. And I say to myself, reset. And I just reset. So you could do that. When it's getting a little bit too much for you, just say reset, quiet, breathe in, count to 3, breathe out. Do it once or twice and just see what's happening to your body. And if you feel a little twitch in your shoulder or twitch in your nose, just think, yeah, okay, acknowledge it. Because as soon as you acknowledge it, they give you something else. And the problem is, can you imagine your team in spirit, Rebecca? Can you imagine them now? There'll be about 8, 9, 10, 12, maybe 20 of them. And one of them saying to them, right, well, oh, can you send Rebecca an itchy nose? And you go like this. And they say, oh, yeah, that got through. And then you somebody else says, oh, well, but she's not ready for the next bit. And then you're thinking, oh, my itchy nose and this, that, and the other. So you just need to calm it down a bit. and notice the signals. You say you understand, give it a try, Rebecca. And then just say, reset. And don't be worried about saying, stop that, do something else that I can recognize. So, you know, if the itchy nose is or whatever, but when you get your next feather, Rebecca, which you will, when you get the next feather, say, right, I am going to use this feather and I am going to do a reading, and I am going, because somebody's just telling me now, and, you know, I'm not going to try to prove survival unless they give me some evidence. But then you say to them, I'm going to do a reading here and I'm going to write it down because they just showed me a pen and paper for you. Okay, ups and downs, so advice goes a long way. I love my journey, ups and downs. Yeah, it's good having ups and it's good having downs, but isn't it better to get in the middle? When you're up there, just pull yourself down a little bit. When you're down there, pull yourself up a little bit, so it's a more even flow. I don't say these. See, I love writing. So what you do, you get that feather and you write it down. And don't worry that you think it's your own mind. Because that's what everybody says. Oh, it's my own mind. It's my own mind. Well, of course they use your mind. They use your mind and your experiences, and you put it down there. Do speak in their voice or mine? Both. If you had a Scottish person coming close to you, Rebecca, you could sound like your voice putting a Scottish accent on. That might just be to get you to the accent. And then, as you recognize that, the voice could change. And it could be deeper, softer, whatever. They are the signals. They are the signals that you have to follow. But you have to communicate first. And someone this side, Rebecca's got a problem with the right-hand side of the neck, the muscles, this little muscle spasms, and I just picked that up from you. Okay. And also, their spine's a little bit out of sync because they just want me to do that and say, straighten your spine, get your posture right. And I'll leave that with you. I need someone that I say need someone. That's terrible terminology, isn't it? I've just been given a date for a birthday, and it's the 4th. And did you notice the way they said that? And that's a personality that's just drawn close. And it's the 4th of December. So I need someone who can link with the birthday on the 4th of December. And there was a gentleman in spirit that had a bit of a speech impediment. When he was a child, he used to stutter. But as he grew older, he managed to be able to deal with his stammer because he stuttered. He's just told me this. He just said stutter, but then it was a stammer. And then he had some strategies that as soon as he started talking, he was okay. And his diction was, because I'm Welsh, my diction's terrible, but he's saying his diction, the way in which he spoke, because of the strategies he had, he was quite confident, and he learned to be confident. And that also links with someone this side that's having problems with their left hip. There you go. 4th of December. That's it. And if nobody can take that, Richard, have we got another question? Or my nan's birthday is 4th of December. Okay. Linda? Hey, Rachel! Oh, give me a quick reading. Go, where is she? Quick. Go on. Come on, Rachel. Quick. I miss you as well, Rachel. We haven't spoke for a while. Quick. Yeah, go. Rachel's she is the best palmist. The best palmist in the world, in the universe. As you can see, the universe is behind me, and she is my bestie. I know I shouldn't say that, but she is. So lovely to see you, Rachel. Right, let's go back to my son's birthday with some lion per left every day. Okay, right, let's go with you then, Janie. And who was the other one? Oh God, look, why did they do this to me? I always say, give me something specific. Yeah, that's me. Right. Can we go back to the one with the lad that's the birthday? And please, everybody listen out, because if it starts splitting and they run something parallel, that's all well and good. Whew, can I have the lady back up that says that she has a pain in the hip? My son, yeah, that right, Janie, right, okay, every day, right. And the thing is, then, Janie, you must get your thumb, and you must really fiddle about with your hip and your bone and this, that, and the other, because it's quite tender. And he's okay now. Got away from there, brother. This is the communicator. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. But this is the communicator. Hopefully, Jane, you'll be able to understand this person that had this gentleman that had the stutter and then the stammer, because this is the one in spirit. But what he's telling me about the hip, it's not just the hip. It's not just the hip. It's also down at the lower back as well. Down at the lower back, and there's also someone this side that's a little bit hyperactive as well, really hyperactive, and they've just made me cross my legs, and I'm swinging my legs back and forth under the chair. So that's someone this side does that. To me, it's like what a child would do, but I'm not saying it is a child, because they haven't told me, but they've just doing that. And also, Janie, it's either you or someone very close to you has a bit of acid reflux. You should also, yes, in the lower back as well. Yeah, we'll stop sticking your knuckle in it, or your bony part of your finger or thumb in it, because they've shown me, they're saying she's doing this, and and you find it there. Look, you find the healing that's right for you, Janie. Okay, you find the healing that's right for you, but there are good healers out there. Whether it's a chiropractor, whether it's reflexology, whatever you find yeah. Oh, it's you with the reflux. Okay. Whatever that is, because I feel that you're very intuitive anyway, Janie, so but the problem is with you, and this is what they just told me, the problem is with you. You know what you do, but you don't do it. They say you're very intuitive, you know that, you get there, little bit of self-doubt comes in, and you just push it to the side, Get on with it. There's also something that you've been planning to do for the last 18 months, 2 years, and it's as if you're just either too shy or not confident enough to do it. I don't think you lack confidence, it's just there's something that you've been maybe planning either to implement or whatever. Hopefully that's right. I say hopefully. They're saying they're just. Do you know when people make their own very true look after? Yeah. Well, exactly. And you've got to love yourself first, Janie. You've got to. It's all right having love for everybody else and look out for everybody else. But then when you neglect yourself, you go down and they don't get the best of you then, do they? There's someone either that makes their own pizza dough or does some sort of like baking. Well, I'm here to say, Janie, you need to build it up a little bit, because I'll tell you now, young lady, you have a fantastic skill set. That's what they're telling me, a fantastic skill set. And you know that. So implementing certain things and doing little things on a bit by bit basis will build that confidence. Okay? Because look, when people whittle away your self-confidence, which has happened to you, by the way, somebody's whittled away at your self-confidence years and years ago, it takes a lot to understand. Oh yeah, and you bake a lot. Yeah, right. Well, there was somebody's just said, as soon as I read that, my daughter bake a lot. Somebody just said, oh my God, the stodgy apple crumble. Who had that? It was so stodgy, it was unbelievable. And everybody was eating it and going, Yeah, okay. Oh, it was lovely. It's lovely. Yeah, anyway, but that should be a memory, you know. Practice makes perfect. But anyway, whoever whittle away at your self-confidence, that the thing is, when people do that, it's quite nasty, to be honest. And what you need to do is realize that you're way, way, way past that. Way past that. You should have either a friend or colleague or whatever, either called Susan or Susanna. And I think a little bit of good advice is going to come from there. I'm not going, oh, you're right. Is that you? Okay. You should also be able to link with the birthday on the 14th of September, the 1st of April, which is April Fool's Day. And there's a gentleman in spirit that died at the age of 81. And he said, I fooled them all because they thought I was going to die in my mid 70s. Okay. And he's family, by the way. And I'll leave that with you. Have we got another question? I hope you can take that, Janie. Have we got another question, please, Richard?
Hello?
Oh, hello, Alyssa Cook, hello. Deb! Hello, Deb. Hello, Deb. Thinking of you, you know that. You know that. We're working together soon. Deb and I go back so many years and we're doing a lot of charity things together. I have to tell you, Deb, I think the Eastern Green one's already sold out. So I've been told. I get chills and buzz when someone comes through. Yes, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good, Jessica. Yeah, you know, you get a lot of people get those chills, but don't use it as a prerequisite, because quite often they come close and we know they're close and you get those chills and the bumps on them and the person comes through. But don't use it as a prop, because quite often, Jessica, we rely on that and then we miss some of the other signals as well, because you might be getting something just before that comes. So just notice things as well and maybe say to them, okay, yeah, just let it. As soon as I recognize it, let's go in a different direction. And just test them a bit. Test them a bit, Jessica. Right. Did you notice how I got your name wrong then? Jacka. That was a gentleman. That was a gentleman in spirit that used to get his words wrong, Jessica. Okay? And he called you Jacka. So I don't know if that means anything. Might not mean anything, but that when I'm talking about missing the signals, quite often that's how we miss them. It's notice when you're working with spirit, notice everything that's going on. And I'm just doing this with my hand, and he's just going, C for cancer, and he died of cancer. And that's how he got me through to cancer. He didn't, you know, he told me after, but he made me do a C like that, and then said the bit, you got your grandfather. Okay, what a beautiful man. And I mean beautiful in the sense that he knew how to deal with his emotions, Jessica. Some blokes don't. Okay, they try to have all this macho crap that goes on, but he is such he could be a hard person, but he could be a soft person. He just knew how to deal with things, and he slowed me right down, because he said, tell her, when I was going downhill, at times I wasn't of my own mind. He says I wasn't of my own mind. Sometimes he got a little bit grumpy, and that was more out of frustration. Oh, you shouldn't have told me lung cancer. Don't tell me anything. Please, Jessica. Thank you for the feedback. But don't go to specifics, because that could have come. Okay? But thank you anyway. But the thing is, when you think of you bite your bottom lip, Jessica. You bite your bottom lip or chew it at times when you're a bit nervous, I've just been told. Now, if that's correct, if it's correct, I've got your dad. If it's not, I've got your granddad. because I got your granddad anyway. Okay, because I just said, give me something to separate. And they just got, she does that when she's nervous. She does that when she's nervous. And they both slowed me down and just saying, like chalk and cheese, like oh, Yorkshire. You know, I don't know if you know the Yorkshire accent, Jessica. You might be from a different part of the world, but the Yorkshire accent, they're very down to earth, and they used to say like chalk and cheese, like chalk and cheese. So it's as if your dad and your grandfather were like two different personalities. There's someone that used to, yes, and it's my dad. Okay, right. Thank you very much. There's someone that either did. I'm doing it now. I know I'm deep in thought. Thank you for that. Oh, you just said of late, and it must have been fairly recent. You also bit the outside of your left hand side of your tongue as well. He told me, and he says you need to bite your tongue at times, because quite often it's out of the mouth before it hits the brain. He's telling me. That's what he's saying. Oh yeah. Oh, what a girl! What a girl! What a girl! Quite often out of the what's the terminology he's using? Out of the gob before it hits the brain. I'm sorry that. Hopefully, I've interpreted that correctly. Two yampy little dogs in spirit as well. Yampy, yampy little dogs. I've just been shown two little yampy little dogs. You know, the little ones, like oh god, they're not real dogs, are they? Like Yorkshire Terriers. That's why that's why they got me to Yorkshire. Do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Jessica? And if you do, I think there should be a memory of two yampy little ones in that are both in spirit. And I'm being told, oh, it's either you or somebody close to you suffers with your sinuses as well, and a few. Are they called migraines or migraines, Richard? Oh, it depends on America or UK. Okay, right. Also, it's migraine or migraine. Either one. It's, yeah, it's a bad headache anyway. You know, and visual distortion. I've been told, and I'll leave that with you. Okay, and they've just made me do this. Now, when I was a child, my tooth went to my lip, and I bit myself. Oh, right. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, thank you for that. They just made me do this, and this is not for you, Jessica. This is for someone else. I'll leave that with you. And the thing is, Jessica, look, be yourself, because you know there's a situation where if you don't be yourself, there's somebody to just trample all over you, and you can't have that. And that happened 2 or 3 years ago. You know, 2 or 3 years ago, there was a little bit of upset somewhere. And you felt as if your emotions trampled over, and no, ain't going there again. Right, let's go back to this person here. I've got a gentleman. Oh God, this is not going to be that politically correct either. I've got a gentleman that had a moustache. He was in the army. And I know he was a rugby player as well, because I play rugby, so I know he's a rugby player. And as a joke, and this is not very politically correct. Oh, hello, Trish. Oh, first time. Hopefully you're enjoying it, Trish. So, tell us where you're from, Trish. You know, oh, I love your family photos. Lovely family photos. But the contact I've got now, as I said, he was in the army. He used to have a moustache, you know, full moustache. And in a party, as a joke, he shaved it. And you know, the moustache that Hitler had. there. I know it's not politically correct, but that's what he's showing me. But there's a photograph of him. There's a photograph of him, like that, and it was a joke, and it obviously not a very good joke, but it was a joke. Can anybody link with that? And there's also a young girl that's telling me that which is totally different from this gentleman, because that's I got my first time. Good evening. Oh, Stacey, if you're first time on as well, hopefully you're going to enjoy it, Stacey. Come on, don't just come on the Friday. Your Uncle Tony. Oh, is it your Uncle Tony? Okay, I'm still with you, Jessica. Okay. Well, I'll tell you now, your Uncle Tony was a bit of a lad. More than a bit of a lad. Yeah, he's saying, yeah, big drinker, he said, big drinker, had it all the party, did this out now, whatever, upset everybody. Yeah, it took a long time to get over it, and yeah. Right. Used to like to use his fists, he said. I used to fight now and again. I used to fight. He said he wasn't proud of it, but he said he did. So hopefully you can take there. Oh, Deb. Oh, is he in spirit, Deb? Oh, wow. If I've got Deb. Come on, Deb. Get that 16-second delay. You know how this works. Have you got a photograph of him with a little moustache? $16, $17, $18. Come on, Debs. Come on. Big drinker though. Big drinker. Yeah. Big drinker, Deb. Could be. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, in the privacy. I'm teetotal. You know that. You see, I've only a couple of photos. Okay. The thing is, Deb, he's using the clairsentient side of my nature, and I'm teetotal, so I feel a little bit tipsy now. And he's just saying, yeah, well, at times you work hard, and oh God, he's giving me a bloody powerful heaviness on the chest. A big heaviness on the chest, Debs. Right. That. I don't feel this is. He's put the heaviness on my chest. I just felt a different person come in, and there's someone saying, "We bickering in spirit. We still bickering. And I know your situation of what just happened, and I'm not trying to slot one thing in this, that, and the other, but there's a couple that used to, in a nice way, but used to bicker a little bit. No, not bad, but bickering, because I got male and female bickering in spirit. I've never had that. Never. Oh, he got killed. Oh, mortar. Oh, God. I just got. What? As soon as I saw that, I just got. This face look at me, and when your eyes go cross-eyed, or one eye is just out of sync. There's a photograph. I'm not saying it's him, but there's a photograph where someone's got a turn in the eye. We used to call it cock-eyed, didn't we? Or cross-eyed, or whatever. But I've got a husband and wife bickering in spirit. Bicker. Now, I don't know if you can take that. Because, bicker, 14th of March. They've just given me 14th of March. Should mean something, Deb. 4th to the 7th of April. Bloody hell, slow down. Oh, is it your mum and dad? Because I didn't want to say that because they go and pick a, and they just said, we still pick her in. Oh, God. You somebody's, oh, God, you know me, Deb, I want to lay things down and I want to at times get it too specific at times, but somebody's saying, oh God, you'll be late for your own funeral. So somebody used to say that. Oh, so part of the bickering was one of them would never be on time, or would say they're on time and they're not, and they say, oh, you're going to be late for your own funeral, you'll be late for this, that and the other, and they come in and they're just saying, oh, nope, and it just made me burp. Somebody just made me burp. One of them just made me burp. Blurp, blurp, like that. Blurp, blurp. Oop, 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 oop. For goodness sake, one of them used to say, for goodness sake, oh my day. You know, that's the older type of saying, oh my days, oh my days. And those type of sayings are coming in. And look, Deb, you know the work you do, and we have problems with the funeral. Oh God, okay. Look, you know, they're making me rock back and forth, and you know, just the where your legs sit on the chair, and then your knees bend, and it's as if this is your mum, she's like doing this with the legs by the knees like this and just rocking back and forth. If this is your mum, just doing that and just saying, oh God, yeah, oh yeah. And there's circulation problems as well. Circulation problems. You know, when we if we go on a flight or something and we do leg exercises or foot exercises and whatever, get the circulation round, it's as if, you know, and I need to get the blood flowing and a flutter. There's a flutter. There's a heart flutter as well. A little heart flutter. Wait, well, God, you're English, Deb, but why are they giving me an Irish accent? Why is someone just give me an Irish accent? Because I know you're English through and through. You know, so there's somebody's talking like in a Southern Irish accent, so you should have a link with Southern Ireland. Oh, okay. And a little heart flutter. I feel this is you a little bit, Deb. I'll be honest with you. I feel this is you at times where you know when we get that nervousness, and you know, we get the shaky tummy and this, that, and the other, and whatever. You know they're around you. You know, you don't need me or someone like me to tell you or to reassure you, but you I understand. I think it might be a heart attack. Okay. They tell me you do this. You bite the back end of your teeth and you try to keep the look calm, but it's as if you're grinding your back teeth. Husband's heard in Ireland. Oh, wow. Oh, you're going to have to tell me a bit more about it. You get the palpitations. Okay. But you also do this and you put on this, look, there's going to be upset, Debbie, which you're going through at the moment. There's upset. But look, you don't have to bite your tongue. Just say it as it is. And things will get smoothed out. And your husband showing me, you know, when you get you're ironing a shirt or something and you leave the iron too there and you get a scorch mark of an iron, you know, you lift it up and you think, oh, well, he tried to iron him because he scorched the shirt. He showed me that. That should be a memory as well. And someone's just either changed their medication after becoming or taking. Okay, I fully understand, Deb. But they're also telling me that someone's taking medication for blood pressure as well, and just to make sure that everything's right, the dosage is right. So somebody's being forgetful at the moment, and just to it'll all work out in the end, girl. Somebody's just said that, and that's the phrase they wanted to say. It'll all work out in the end, gal. Gal, not girl, gal. Okay, and I'll leave that with you, Debs. Okay, I'll leave that with you, and we'll be together soon, and we'll have a good gym work. Yeah. Always a you for blood pressure. Well, they showed. Well, look, we're not doctors. We're not this, that, and the other. They just showed me Ramapril. Anyway, that's what they showed me. So, have a word with your doctor. Okay, and I'll leave that with you, Deb. Okay. 19th of March, I've got as a birthday for my next link, please, Richard. And I need a question. Someone said, where's this development bit? We missed that part. Come on. Where's the development bit? Somebody got a question on development or fine-tuning their abilities. All right. Why do I keep that's clairvoyance. Dead easy, that one. Why do I keep feeling cobwebs on my face? Cobwebby face on there. It's all to do with clairvoyance. Kaylee, I would put that down to. So notice the way in the picture patterns are in your mind. Quite often there's two cobwebby feeling, like a band, as if you've got a, where they use the tennis band, when they're playing tennis, that and the cobwebby feeling, usually that's to do with clairvoyance. So just notice with the picture patterns in your mind, also clairsentience obviously as well, but just notice where the picture patterns take you, and don't try to overthink it, Kaylee. Okay, if I'm thinking of Finland, like the lady that was from Finland, and I see the bear, and I think of a bear, that's a picture. So don't overthink it. Don't think you've got to see everything in detail. Just push yourself with it. And Kaylee, maybe get out those angel cards. Get them out. Next question, please. Get them out. Bum, bum. Hello, Marcus. Greetings from the Isle of Wight. Oh, my friend's just come back from the Isle of Wight. Hello, Jan. Yeah, my friend Glenn. But now it happens randomly and lasts for a few minutes. It just happened while watching the live. What thoughts do you have on this? Do you feel that it may be spirit close by? Well, yes, it is, Haley. Spirit are always close by. So, but that's not necessarily the sensation in your back. Spirit are close by. And it's if we put ourselves in that slightly altered state of consciousness, we can recognize spirit. If we don't recognize spirit. So I would say it randomly happens to last for a few minutes, then that could be a signal. And if you know it's a signal, if you think it's spirit close by, then stretch them. Say, ask them a question, or just see the way in which they lead in you. And that's just the starting point. And that's just saying, hello, we're here. Right, or like the cobwebby feeling. Oh, we're here. There's the cobwebby feeling. We're here. Right. So open a dialogue. With them and just see where it takes you. But spirit always close by. It's just our way in which we close them down, really, Sit there, just say, right, 10 o'clock Tuesday, I'm gonna sit for you. Or why can't people be disciplined? Just be disciplined. Just say, right, you keep on doing these little things to me, weird times of the night and waking me up and whatever. Come back at 10 o'clock on a Tuesday and I'll sit for you for 10 minutes. And then just sit there and see what happens. And then say, right, and if it is, right, where's this sensation on my back? Why haven't you given me that? Right, it's not spirit. Do it the next. And then something else might happen. Stretch him. Next question, please. I've also got a Jane in spirit as well. You can take one. Oh, wow. Oh, Richard's just said he can take a Jane in spirit. Oh, God, was she bossy? Well, I'm not going to ask the question, Richard. This one's bossy? Yeah, was you a Jane bossy? Yeah, and he's just said yes. I'll have to tell everybody this whether you're saying yes or not. Yeah, because she's come and says, well, get your act together. Get your act together. Do you think I'd put up with that nonsense? Okay, that's what she just said. I wouldn't put up with that nonsense. That would make sense. Well, you said. She just said, you say that, but you won't change. No. What was this word? Procrastinate? Yeah, that would make very much sense. Yeah, Lord, waste the bloody time. Procrastinate. I can't even say it. Oh, God. Right. I'm not saying this is her, but I've just been shown a lovely flavored gin and tonic. Flavored. Oh, I thought gin's gin. And she said, no, flavored. And so people, they can, okay, all right. And there's, she's doing this with, can you see that, what I'm doing with my fingers?
No, you need to come a bit closer so I can see. Towards you. It's off camera.
There we go.
It? Perfect.
Thank you. Yeah. And just have to say that wow. Okay. There was a lady. This wasn't her, I don't feel, but there was a lady in spirit that lost the feelings of her fingers.
Well, I wouldn't know that, to be honest with you.
Yes, it's at the ends. Yeah, it's just the ends. She just keep on doing this and couldn't feel the fingers. September the 9th, she's just given me.
Yes, that's a birthday.
Somebody, I think this is a joke. She's just said, somebody taught me how to yodel, I can't even say it, I can't yodel.
Yodel, yeah. I lived in Switzerland for a while, and they did a lot of yodeling in the hills there.
Yeah. No, but it was somebody trying to teach someone how to yodel.
Yeah, that was me. I couldn't do it.
Oh, no, mate. I'm with you on that one. And again, they just, oh God, this is with my left hand over my heart, and there's a gentleman that died on his second heart attack.
That would make sense.
And it made me quite emotional now. Put a tear on my eye. Okay. And they're just saying, look, we all have tears inside, but it's not a bad thing to cry openly at times.
Definitely not.
And they're just saying, special time. October is a special time.
It is.
Very special time. And they're making me do this with my chin, and they're saying that there was someone that used to do this because they used to hide the big dimple.
I wouldn't know about that, to be honest with
dimple? Is that called a dimple?
A dimple, yeah.
Yeah, dimple in the chin. Oh, for goodness sake, Marcus. Oh, what's his name? Catherine Zeta-Jones's husband. What's his name?
Michael Douglas.
Douglas. That was to get to the name Douglas. God, I'm as thick as two short blanks tonight.
I'm not
It's the
sure
name
if that's
Douglas.
for me, because I don't know a Douglas.
No, it's the Isle of Man, mate. It's the Isle of Man.
Oh, wow.
It's the Isle of Man. Isle of Man. It's something to do with the Isle of Man. Wow, that was a bit left field. That was. Yeah, that was a bit left field. That was. Norman.
Didn't Norman Wisdom live on the Isle of Man?
Yeah.
I used to love watching Norman Wisdom. We used to.
Oh God, they took the
I love doing that. I love
steps to
winding
get
you
to
up.
Norman Wisdom, and then you jumped in.
Why didn't they just say Norman Wisdom then? It'd be a lot easier.
Yeah. But, this is what I'm. Part of this, I'm just saying. Look, this is supposed to be part of showing how the signals work and whatever. Yeah, but they all that to get to Norman Wisdom, because, and symbolically they're saying, look, you have to use your wisdom, mate. You have to use your wisdom. Go forward, don't go back. And you must have been thinking about something that happened 12 years ago. Nah, ain't going back there, mate. Ain't going back there. And I'll leave that with you, Richard. Okay.
Thank you very much,
Hope that
Marcus.
means something.
Anyway, I was talking to Deb Romaro at the end, and it went back about 12 years ago with Richard Stittle. I used to work with his dad at the Alpha Finley College, so yeah.
All right, okay.
A memory link there.
Well, as long as it means something.
Yeah.
Anyway, just to explain to people, quite often when Spirit, and they give us a little bit, and then it changes. And as mediums, we always jump in with 2 feet, and then we try to make it right instead of following the journey. Have we got another question, please? Yeah, we're going to have a commercial break. Don't forget.
Spiritual Psychics TV presents a wonderful evening of mediumship and trance. Our evening is hosted by Nick Brown with guests Bill Hughes, Glenda Marie, David Hale and Minty May. Our exciting event is being held at the Little Port Village Hall, which is in Ely. The date for our magical showcase is Saturday the 9th of September. The price is only £10, which includes refreshments. For ticket information, please visit myspiritualevents.com.
MySpiritualDirectory.com is one of the fastest growing online free listing service. Our search directory offers geolocation feature, rating ability, review system, map location, customer comment, YouTube video, gallery, social media sharing, direct contact with the lister, simple online booking and payment system. It's free to register and use. It even creates your own mini web page, which you can update at any time, and yes, it's still free, no monthly or yearly fees. 100% free. Creates your own profile page. Add social media and other links. Add a mini gallery and a YouTube video. Rating, reviews and comments. Includes online booking and payments. So, if you're looking for a medium or a reader, even a church, maybe a healer, or any other spiritual service, then visit myspiritualdirectory.com.
Oh, what a fantastic question, Bernadette. Absolutely fantastic question. Right. Oh yes, yeah. Just to say, there's how many tickets are left for tomorrow? There's about 10 tickets left for tomorrow night, and also fantastic news, you can pre-order the SBTV Oracle cards. So if you go onto the website, there's some Oracle cards there, and you can pre-order. Okay, so have a look. Bernadette, what an absolutely fantastic question. I love this question. What does it mean when I see a glittery white light around a newborn baby, please? Well, first off, let's break this down, Bernadette. What you're seeing is the baby's aura. Okay, that's what you were seeing. So that shows that you have that ability to see people's auras. Okay, and obviously with the baby's aura, the interpretation and what it means is your interpretation, not mine, not anybody else's, not out of a book. Go with your feelings. You're seeing the aura, then just look at the way in which how you were feeling, how you would interpret it. And if you don't think that you're seeing people's auras and it's only just a one-off with the baby, the thing to do is look at the person, usually quite often with like a neutral background, a white, a blue, whatever, as opposed to a flowery background, and just look just to the right or just to the left, and you will start seeing the aura, Bernadette. Okay? So you were seeing the aura. What it means, it's for you to interpret. It's you. And just see where that takes you. Just see where that's there. And have the confidence to go forward with it. Put an interpretation on it. Even if you're not going to verbalize it to anybody else. Glittery. White. I mean, if I saw that, I think, yeah, okay. I'd be maybe able to interpret it in my way. But any interpretation. And let me give you a little bit of advice, Bernadette and everybody else. If you're sitting in a circle, whether it's an open circle, whether it's a closed circle, whether it's a development circle, you have to understand that any interpretation on anything is down to the person that's receiving the information. Do not let a circle leader or someone else from that circle impose what that interpretation should be. They should be leading you and then encouraging you for you to put your own interpretation on there. Okay? I'm very hard and fast about this because quite often there's a lot of good meaning circle leaders and they mean well. They really do mean well. But it's nonsense. A circle leader can't tell you how you are feeling at that particular time. Or red means this, or white means this, or that means this, or that means that. It's got to be down to your interpretation. And I know a lot of circle leaders are well-meaning, but what they should do is have their own little discipline, pull back a little bit, and just let you deal with your interpretation. They should lead you and encourage you. So you tell me, Bernadette. Do a little exercise now as we're doing the show. What do you think it means? Because that's what you've seen is a beautiful aura. And yeah, babies are beautiful anyway. Can I have another question? Because I love that question. Love it. Love it. And don't forget to practice either, Bernadette. Just look off center. Just stay past and you'll start see it building up and building up and building up. And you might even sort of draw a few autographs as well. Also, when I go to bed and close my eye, why do I see a lot of different faces, strangers being shown to me? Why not? Why not, Holly? People sit in circles for years to be able to do that. And if you don't want to see them, tell them to go away. It's your clairvoyant faculty. You go to bed, you see different faces, they're showing you faces. If you don't want it, just say, go away. Thank you. But I would say, can you make it clearer? Can I see it? Who are you? What are you doing? Have you got anything for me? Or just say, I'm about to go to sleep, go away and come back to me Tuesday, 10 o'clock, Wednesday, 8 o'clock, whatever, and sit for them. I mean, Holly, be pleased, be pleased. People sit and sit and sit and sit for years and years wanting to see those faces. So, yeah. So, that's the answer to that. It's dead easy there. That's your clairvoyant faculty coming to the fore. You're in a slightly altered state of consciousness. You're seeing it. You're experiencing it. You're recognizing it. And you haven't said, stop. get clearer, show me something different. So they just keep on showing them. Take control of it. Take control of it. Which you need to take control of something as well, Holly. Somebody, you need to take control of a situation, and especially with a friend, because a friend's being a little bit of a pain in the backside is the best way to do it. But enjoy it, and take control of it. Take control of it. Next question, please, Richard. I'm enjoying this. I'm really buzzing. I'll tell everybody while I'm buzzing today. I load my van up most mornings, and people walk past. No, I don't mind. I like it. Just wondering what it meant. Thank you. But yeah, but you might like it. But you if it's just happening, well, and yes, it's nice, and you see the faces. But try to take control of it, Holly, because you're seeing those faces. Yeah, just and it is nice, and you just might drop off, and oh yeah, that was nice. I'd push them. I'd say, who are you? Or show me the color of your eyes. Bring that face closer. Are there any disfigurements? Are there, is there any beauty spots? Is there any, if you see one of them and then maybe they've got an eyelash missing or something, and just delve deeper. Oh yeah. Anyway, so people walk past, and I always say good morning. And there's this guy, and he always walks past. He never says good morning, and he might be in his own thoughts. He might be just dealing with things himself. That's great. That's been going on for years. I was loading the van this morning, didn't even see him, and I was at the side door of the van, and I heard good morning, and it was him. I was over the moon. I was buzzing. I've been buzzing all day. I thought, yes. Took years to do it, but he's saying good morning. Is it spirit around when things are moving around without touching them? Usually, Susie, but also look at the physical aspects of things. But if they move it, it's them saying, hello, anybody there? And then again, take control of it. I keep on doing this. This is terrible, isn't it? Take control of it, but mentally take control of it. And if things, they're moving. I mean, my mum, years and years ago, my wife, she was sitting at, sorry, not sitting at home. She was standing by the kitchen sink, and we were waiting for a carpet to deliver. And she said, oh, I was there, and the door opened and closed 2 or 3 times. I said, oh, that was fantastic. She said, no, it was just my mum telling me the carpet was there. A couple of minutes later, the carpet man came. So again, it's just the start of something, Susie. They've moved something. Then you say, oh, I noticed you moved that. Is there something you want to tell me? Is there something you want to send? Or just recognize it might be a picture of one of your loved ones, or one of your friends, or one of your family, and it might be them just saying, I'm around you. I'm here to help. We've got another question, please, Richard. And I've also got a young girl that died at the age of 13, and it was with leukemia. She's just drawn close. How do you open your third eye? Most people, Melody, would do maybe a couple of breathing exercises. They would visualize either a flower sort of rising off that chakra, third eye chakra. That's one way of doing it. And one way is to say, I'm ready. I want to work now. And maybe a couple of breathing exercises just to get you in. Quite often the breathing exercises just to get you away from the physical world, to say, I'm going to do it now. Or you could just sit down and say, I want my third eye open now. That's it. And then you could say, I've stopped working now. It's discipline. That's all it is, Melody. Discipline. It's whatever works for you. It's whatever works for you and what you feel comfortable with. With me, I say to Spirit, don't even get close to me until I'm to work, because I can't be doing with all the nonsense. So to me, I don't say my third eye's open, my third eye's closed, or whatever. It's there. It's when I'm ready to work. I'll say, I'm ready. Boom, let's go. I hope that, I could say you can sit in meditation for 20 minutes, open all your chakras, and, do an exercise where your energy flow comes down, and maybe do a few ohms and all this, that, and the other. And if that works for you, that works for you. Or you could just say, I'm ready. So I'm not being facetious, Melody. It's whatever works for you. But don't listen to all the nonsense, okay? Do a little exercise that you feel secure with, and you're there. And your third eye's open anyway, okay? To my mind, your third eye's open anyway. Because if you think, Melody, the way in which people, when you look at people and they say, oh, Melody, you got that far away look in your eye. That's your third eye. That's your third eye. Welsh call it second sight. So there you go. Have we got another question? Anybody know this 13-year-old girl? Yeah. Does anybody know the 13-year-old girl? It was teenage cancer. Hello from Canada. Oh, I'd love to go to Canada. Oh, Cindy, I'd love to go to Canada. Nearly been a few times. I'd love it. I'd love to go to Canada. British Columbia I want to go to. That's where I want to go to. Can anybody take this 13-year-old girl? Nothing yet. No. Hello. M's Kurtz. Because as I said, I've got this little 13-year-old girl. She's told me it was teenage cancer. And she's put a bottom lip out. From New York. Hello, Carol. Sklo Joseph. Sklo. That's a lovely name, isn't it? I wonder where that comes from. I love name. Say again. Sklo. It's a lovely name. From New York. It's lovely to meet you, Carol. Lovely to meet you. Nobody can take this girl. I'm just going to give a little bit out, because she's put the bottom lip out. And she's oh God. What Russia. Oh wow. Oh, Ukraine. Oh, I can see the Ukraine flag. Carol, 2 days after the war started, I was on the Moldova-Ukraine border, setting up food networks for refugees. And my father's Latvian. I do a lot with the Ukrainian community in the UK. So I just saw the Ukrainian flag. Only just noticed that. It might be Amy. Okay. When young, yes, you can take a Sally. Okay. Because she's doing this. Okay, got ya. Yeah. Because this has got to be specific, Sally. It's got to be specific. You're 13, my sister, but she was 17, but had children. Thank you for that, Sheena. That is so important to give that. But this young girl is definitely 13. It was leukemia, and she said teenage cancer, and she's told me that she fought it for 4 years. I had a childhood friend who died of cancer. I was told recently in another. Okay. Message. Okay, Rebecca, was she 13? because she's told me that she had a brain tumor. This is leukemia. Thank you, Sheena, but this is leukemia. She's telling me. I'm asking her. I say, come on, give me something else. Give me something else. Give me something else. And this is this is not linked to the girl. Please understand this. This is not linked to the girl specifically, but she's telling me this should link with someone that can take a birthday on Boxing Day, which is the 26th of December. And we have either got it, if not, then we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it. Because we can't fit them all. 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 I'm having a chat to her. She's a nice girl. She's a little bit, you know, a little bit teenagey. Typical teenager. You know, the lips coming out, this, that, and the other. But very, very gaunt features. Very gaunt features. Oh, bless her. Never mind. We'll all send her a little message. We'll all send her a little prayer. We'll send her a little prayer. So if nobody can link with the 26th of December as a birthday, have we got one more question, Richard? Okay. Okay. If I can just ask everybody to send this little girl a little prayer. You know, just a little, well, not even a little prayer, because just send her a thought. Just send her a thought, and just say thank you for coming through. You know, because we can't place them all. We can't place them all. And hopefully you've enjoyed the night. Hopefully you enjoyed the night. And always remember, you know, the beautiful thing about Spiritual Psychics TV is this is free. You know, people give up their time, mediums, card readers, and Rachel, who's the bestie. Oh God, whenever Rachel's on, have a look. Quick reading. I'm teasing her. And Deb Clark, she was on Tuesday, and there's many more readers. We've all got different styles. We've all got different approaches. But please share the fact that SPTV, Spiritual Psychics TV, is out there. We need to get it out there to more people. We need people to be able to come into a secure place and have that communication with spirit free. And this is what it's about. Okay. Thank you very much for taking the time out to come on, Nicola. It's very much appreciated, and especially with people. We've had people from Australia, America, Finland. Remember Finland? Oh, I had such a great time in Finland, and I love America. Oh, thank you, Marcus. Amazing. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you very much. Our pleasure. It's always our pleasure. I'll tell you now. You know, I just love this. I absolutely love it. Thank you very much, Holly. Thanks for your kind words, and don't forget, Holly, stretch them. Stretch yourself and stretch them. Always be disciplined. Thank you, people. And can't even read that. Kelly, we'll meet soon, Kelly. We'll meet soon. I'm sure that we'll do something together again soon. And if there's any booking secretaries on here, Kelly McKeaton, give her a bell. She's on Facebook and everything else. She's out there honing the craft, as they say. My pleasure, Onessa. It's my absolute pleasure. Absolute. Oh, I love those beads in your hair. Love those beads. I'm not quite sure, Holly. I'm not quite sure. Richard tells me to jump, and I say how high. And then if I'm feeling cheeky, I ask him in which direction. It's usually once a month. Possibly the 27th of October, Holly. Possibly, but that will have to be confirmed. Yep. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, taking your time out to come this evening. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully you've got something out of it. And just remember, when you feel spirit draw close to you, try to recognize the signals and be in control of it. And if there's something that maybe you think, oh, I just can't handle this, just ask them to step back, and they will. And thank you again, and good night. Thank you, Di.